Good morning, everybody. It is another fine Sunday and time for our weekly story starter. My goal here, as we're all staying home and staying safe, is to give you guys an opportunity to be creative as much as possible. And so we're doing it here on Facebook Live with Story Starters. We're also doing it right there at timholmes.com. You can head to the free download section and download activity guides or crafts to get your children from age 5 to 12 really invested in beginning their own stories with making some very simple choices on those worksheets and stuff. So I'd love to see you there. While you're there, you can check out all the different things that are going on in the world of timholmes.com. And some new stuff coming up. I can't speak to it quite yet. But please stay tuned to my social media at Tim Writes and of course at timholmes.com. There is a couple of new things coming up very soon that I'm very excited about, but not quite far along enough yet to share with you. So little teaser for you this morning. So with our story starters are something that I bring to every Start a Story workshop that I do. So Start a Story workshop for the uninitiated is a group story building activity where I visit schools, libraries, regularly at Indigo Pinecrest here in Ottawa. They have a special community room set up and we build stories together as a group. Everybody votes on their favorite ideas and shares their ideas, combines ideas. There's a couple of art breaks. It's a lot of fun. At the end of it all, we have at the end of 90 minutes, we have a children's story. And that's how Start a Story workshop works. And then I just tell that children's story to that group that built it. So these story starters are an image and a couple of sentences that I provide the kids to vote on. And so that's what we're doing every Sunday. I'm coming to you here to give you a little bit of creativity, a little bit of boost to your imagination soup. And we'll see what kind of ingredients you decide to put in. So this morning, our story starter is going to look like this. And we have a very playful looking hippo. And we have, it looks like a dragonfly and a fish and a frog. And our story starter says, fish swam the fastest. Dragonfly flew the highest. Frog leaped the longest. But what could hippo be best at? What could hippo be best at? There are so many things a hippo could do, but there's probably a few things that hippo couldn't do. Well, hippo can't fly, and I'm not really sure if how fast a hippo could swim. Maybe could he be faster than fish? I don't know. Maybe he doesn't have to be. Maybe he's got his own thing that he's really, really good at. But maybe he doesn't know. He doesn't seem to know in our story starter. And so when you get this story starter, I want you to think about that sentence, right? I want you to think about fish swam the fastest, dragonfly flew the highest, frog leaped the longest. What could hippo be best at? You got to think about that. Now, we have fish and dragonfly and frog and hippo. Those are animals, but none of them have any names. So especially if hippo is going to be our main character in our story, we need to come up with a lovely name for our friend the hippo. And so you got to think real hard, what could be a really good name for a hippo? And I often like to choose names with alliteration. So maybe it's Hairy Hippo or Harley Hippo. You could have so many different ideas. And fish and frog and dragonfly, his best friends, they probably need names as well. So if you've got a pen and a paper with you, you can write down some of your name ideas right now. And you don't have to have your final idea written down right now. You can just jot it down real quick and you can change your mind later. Or if you've got a really good memory, you can just keep it in your head. So now that all of our characters have names, where do they live? Where is this story going to take place? Are they in a lake? Are they in a swamp? Are they in a jungle? Where do they, maybe they live in an animal city. I don't know, crazy ideas, but they're all your ideas. And he doesn't know what he's good at. Not yet, right? Our hippo friend doesn't know what he's good at. Not quite yet. So he's going to try a few things. But in the end of our story, you have to make a decision. What is he going to be good at? you've got to think about, man, what am I going to make my hippo so good at that he's going to be the best ever at this thing? Is it dancing? Is it race car driving? Is it mountain climbing? What is it that the hippo is going to be the best at? And how does he discover this? How does he figure this out? This is a really important part for the ending of our story. And then, of course, at the ending of our story, since he's so happy that he's finally discovered what he is good at, however that happened, he's going to want to celebrate with his friends. So how does he celebrate finally discovering what he's good at? We have to think about Hippo and what his favorite way to party is and his favorite thing to do when he finds out that he's finally good at something. Now that's our beginning and our end. In the middle of the story, the middle of our story, we embrace the rule of three. And those of you who've listened before will already know what I mean. For the rest of you, the rule of three is the idea that in the middle of many children's stories, we follow a pattern of three things. Sometimes it's three friends, sometimes it's three grocery items on a list, sometimes it's three challenges. And so we're going to embrace that in the middle of this story with Hippo trying three things that he won't end up being good at. Three things that he's going to say, oh, this could be the thing I'm the best at. And then it goes horribly wrong. And so what are those things? We got to think about that. So each part of you have three middle parts to build into your story. And for each part, we need to figure out what it is he's going to try. And we need to figure out how it's going to horribly fail or maybe hilariously fail. Because having lots of giggles in the middle of our story is fun. So you've got your beginning. You've got your hippo with his name. Dragonfly, fish, and frog, they have their names. And then he's going to have his adventure with three parts in the middle where he's going to try something and maybe this will be what I'm best at. And no, that's not what I'm best at. And maybe I'll try this. No, that's not what I'm best at. Maybe I'll try this. I'm still not good at anything. And then finally, something's going to happen. We don't know what. That's going to be your choice. How does he discover the final thing that he truly is the best at? And what does he do to celebrate it? That's our story starter for this week. This is the beautiful picture that came with it. We've got hippo, we've got dragonfly, we've got fish and frog, and fish swam the fastest, dragonfly flew the highest, frog leaped the longest. What could hippo be best at? Thank you so much for joining us for our story starter this Sunday morning. Coming up this week, I'm going to see you at 7 p.m. I'm going to see you on Tuesday, I'm going to see you on Thursday, and I'm going to see you on Saturday this week. So Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 7 p.m., Facebook Live. On Tuesday, we're going to have another story time. On Thursday, we're actually going to have an Ask the Author where you guys can email me questions in advance, or you can show up live and throw your questions in the comments, and we can talk about everything from the writing process to publishing and to where I get my ideas. We can talk about all sorts of different things, and maybe I can help you with the writing that you're working on. And then Saturday, of course, we will do our Saturday time story time. All right, guys? Have a wonderful week. Enjoy your Sunday with your families. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. And happy creating. Take care.